What's up, everybody? Damon here, and in today's entertainment news, we've got the release date for Beetlejuice 2, Scarlett Johansson reflects on her time as Black Widow, and Tony Gilroy is stepping away from Andor Season 2 production. Let's drop it. Beetlejuice 2, which will see Michael Keaton return as the famous poltergeist, is officially dancing into theaters next fall. Warner Bros. Announced today that the sequel will arrive on September 6th, 2024. Interestingly, it shares that release date with Marvel's Blade reboot. However, it was revealed last week that production on that movie was paused due to the ongoing writer's strike, so it's possible Blade could retract out of that spot. It's unclear if Beetlejuice 2 has a finished script yet, but given Warner Bros.' confidence in announcing the release date during an active work stoppage, it's likely to be pretty far along in development. The studio's first official reveal of the sequel came last month at CinemaCon, where they showed off a brief sizzle reel of logos. 7 writers are currently credited on the sequel, for everything from various drafts of the screenplay to characters. Now, far be it from me to tell them how to do their job, but if this movie doesn't start with Beetlejuice still in that afterlife waiting room, they have no idea what they're doing. In addition to Michael Keaton, the sequel will also reportedly feature Wednesday and Scream star Jenna Ortega as the daughter of Lydia Dietz, who was played by Winona Ryder in the 1988 original. Deadline also reports that Justin Theroux is joining the cast in an undisclosed role. Ryder is apparently expected to reprise her role with Tim Burton returning to direct, according to Deadline. Production is expected to begin this month. Here's hoping they can get Danny Elfman back to do the score. Hey, I love the original Beetlejuice, I hope this turns out well, but Tim Burton has really lost his way as a director, in my opinion. After Dumbo and Alice in Wonderland and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, not gonna get my hopes up too high just yet. Moving on, Tony Gilroy, creator and executive producer of Andor on Disney+, has stepped away from his producing duties on the show in the wake of the writer's strike. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Gilroy had received criticism from fellow Writers Guild members for continuing to perform non-writing duties like casting and music choices. The issue is apparently that Gilroy also writes the show as well as producing it. Some of his fellow writers expected him to strike and cease working on the show entirely. Last week, The Hollywood Reporter claimed that studios, including Disney, had demanded that showrunners continue contractually obligated non-writing duties in spite of the strike. As of now, production on Andor is not shutting down without Gilroy's involvement, so for the time being, we still expect Season 2 to arrive in August 2024. And finally today, Scarlett Johansson may now have an 8-film arc as Black Widow / Natasha Romanoff to her name, but before she joined the MCU, the actress was questioning her career entirely. She revealed as much in a new cover story with Variety, where she looked back on her time in the MCU, as well as how she almost wasn't Natasha. Johansson only got the role after Emily Blunt dropped out. She also revealed that she lost out on Gravity around that time as well, a role that Sandra Bullock would score an Oscar nomination for. She said, "I got turned down for 2 roles. The first was Iron Man 2, and then the other one was Alfonso Cuarón's Gravity. I had wanted that role so much, it was sort of the straw that broke the camel's back. I felt really frustrated and hopeless, like, am I doing the right job? The work I was being offered felt deeply unfulfilling. I think I was offered every Marilyn Monroe script ever. I was like, is this the end of the road creatively?" Of course, things would soon turn around for Johansson, eventually making her debut as Natasha in Iron Man 2 and beginning a decade of work in the MCU that capped off with 2021's Black Widow. But even her own standalone movie wasn't without its turmoil, as Black Widow was revealed simultaneously in theaters and on Disney Plus amid the COVID-19 lockdown, and Johansson sued Disney as the decision impacted her salary. She and Disney settled in September of that year, and Johansson looked back on the ordeal in the Variety cover story as well. She explained, "I couldn't even walk through a restaurant without somebody saying, 'Good for you, stand up for yourself.' I could see that had a bigger impact. I got support from strangers that have no skin in the game at all." Among Johansson's upcoming projects is the animated prequel Transformers 1, set for release next summer. And that is your entertainment fix for Wednesday, May 10th. Now that you're caught up on the news, check out this behind-the-scenes look at Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I'm Damon Hadfield, and for all your movie and streaming news, stay tuned to IGN.